Experiments on Americans to attract the attention of a younger audience. CIA Director James Woolsey said he expected the experiments to be endorsements from TV and rock stars. The U.S. military expects the younger audience to fully comply.
The Dirty 30 Podcast.
And we're back. The Dirty 30 Podcast, Episode 6.
The episode of The Beast. No, that's 666. Everybody knows that.
We'll get there, though. We'll get there.
We'll get there.
How's it going? How's everything going?
I'm doing great, dude. Past couple of weeks have been good to me, bad to me, everywhere in between, dude. Such is life.
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly how every day is.
Yeah. Some real high highs, real low lows, if you know what I'm saying. Nah, I'm just getting over a cold right now, so that's the lowest of the low. If that's the lowest I got to deal with, I'm looking pretty good. So my spirits are high, positivity is high. But yeah, man, past couple weeks, you and I have just been out living our lives, getting material to put into this podcast because that's kind of our inspiration. So
that's how we do it. The things that go into this podcast are just day to day.
Yeah,
this is just how our minds work. This is just what we're doing, just hanging out.
Yeah, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got some pretty cool feedback on the resurrection episode. I think it was pretty cool. It's rad when friends that I don't get to see very often are reaching out, from states away.
Yeah.
Just saying, like, I was at work, listen to the podcast. Rad to hear you and Tim shoot the shit. And that's huge because truly, like, we don't get to hang out with anyone really. Like, we're just busy living our lives. And this is our weird version of getting to hang out with everyone.
Yeah. On top of that, too, it's one of those things you and I discussed when we like kind of pick this back up is like, we're doing this for ourselves, man. If people take the time to listen, that's awesome. We appreciate anybody that would do that. But to be honest, like, this is just a great way for you and I to like kind of like get ideas down, flush out ideas, you know what I mean? And then honestly, just you and I keeping in touch on creative projects. I mean, this is for us, Yeah.
I mean, we've always been, it's weird because I think our actual lives, we've always been pretty private people, but we've always been very active and very loud in our personalities when it comes to like our creativity.
Yes.
So this is one of those things that it's almost the creative side isn't just us, making music or photos or videos, whatever we're doing. It's you guys actually get to hear what the fuck we're thinking and like how we're actually processing our thoughts here. So it's kind of cool because you kind of get a small glimpse into our real lives. Weird.
That is weird. That is very true.
Weird. It's like a Garth moment right there. Like, ooh, weird. But it's cool too because we're not letting you actually into the whole thing. I'm sorry.
No.
You're never gonna know.
No,
you're never gonna know.
This is just at face value. Just take it as such. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I was just gonna say, my mom took me to a concert for the first time in my entire life. That wasn't like her taking me to see Weird Al at the fair.
Oh,
this
epic.
was like we've gone to shows in a group setting, but this was my mom bought tickets for myself, my sister, my brother-in-law, and her to go see just a band. And I knew that it was at El Corazon. I've been to that venue. My mom had no idea what she was getting herself into, but it's like a Chain Reaction kind of vibe.
Okay.
It's dingy little divey place. And great show. She took us to see the Goddamn Gallows, which I truly had heard of, but I didn't really know. But she only took us there to see this guy named Scott Byram. One-man band. Craziest shit I've seen in a long time. It was like a soul, blues, punk rock type vibe. Crazy. But my sister and brother-in-law just got trashed.
Oh, dude.
And
rightfully
dude,
so, man. When your parents just putting in the grind every day, sometimes you need a Saturday off, man. That's how it goes.
Oh, right. Yeah, and they just live that parent life, so they really just got to cruise it. And all up until the when Scott Byram played, like every band played a stand-up bass. It was that fucking psychobilly DIY punk rock type shit.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And my mom had a fucking blast.
That's
dude.
cool,
It
dude.
was crazy.
That's cool.
And she's, yeah, I mean,
Dude, my
she's
mom
just
my mom listens to a lot of heavy music too, or like alternative music. So I've been to some concerts with her. It's a pretty cool dynamic, man. Our moms rock.
right. I don't want to feel like my mom was gonna like throw a couple balls on this one and not hit a strike.
Yeah.
But she fucking nailed it.
She nailed
dude.
it. That's
she
cool.
Nailed it on a show. We went into it blind, so
Yeah.
it was kind of cool. There's a dude throwing up, just chilling by the pit, just throwing up. It's
Fuck
one
yeah.
of those shows.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, it was awesome.
That's
but
funny.
Tell me about what you got to go to a show. Tell me about it.
I did go to a show. I went to an epic show, dude. I went last weekend to the Aftershock Festival up in Sacramento, California. Took a fat road trip with two beautiful human beings, my boy AGB and my boy Marty Party, or Marnar, depending on where you catch him. You know what I'm saying?
Is this a new one?
Oh, it's a new one. Marnar. Dude, you never met Marnar? You'll meet
I
him.
feel like I've met him, but he told me a different name.
Oh, yeah. It's the same name. We love him just the same, dude, whether it's Marty Party or Marnar. Yeah, dude, honestly, one of my favorite human beings, as well as Alex. So spending the weekend with them up at this festival to go support our fucking good buddies in New Language. Matty Co, invited us
Absolutely.
up to go play, but the lineup was insane. And it's the funny tie-in is like, we're talking about our moms and our moms that rock, but Korn played. And my mom loves Korn. Like she
Oh my God.
she just always has. And we
Are you?
yeah, dude. And satirically, like honestly, when it comes to Korn, when I was younger, middle school, I listened to them, dude. They were heavy. But then I satirically liked them for a long portion of my adulthood. But after seeing them live, I don't think like live now, I would never like satirically make fun of them again, dude. I thought that they had the best live performance of the entire weekend, and there were some epic bands that played.
Yeah, I still have to get a Korn tattoo. Actually, Fish and I still have to get Korn tattoos, and I'm forever gonna live by it. I don't think I forgot. Don't think I forgot.
It's funny you say that. Alex and I were talking about how funny it would be for him and I to go up to Sacramento and get matching Korn tattoos and then come back here just to call you guys pussies because we're the ones that won that bet. But we just voluntarily get Korn tattoos before you guys do. Oh, dude, that shit would be hot fire.
Yeah, but you didn't.
We
don't
didn't.
think I forgot. Don't think I forgot. And Fish, if you're listening, let's do it, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
Are you ready? That's the question.
I'm ready.
So I told
Dude.
the boys on the way up, if Korn plays Twist, I'm gonna go ape shit, dude. Because I didn't honestly. It's a deep cut, dude. I didn't think they were gonna do it. They got like fucking 7 albums since then. I didn't know I thought they would be pushing a new album because they just put a new one out.
Yeah.
And they only played
Yeah.
like a couple songs off that, but they played Twist. And let me tell you, dude, I believe Alex told me. I mean, first off, he thought it was the funniest thing in the world, but he said, I have not seen that look in your face since like probably 18 or 19 years old at like a gnarly hardcore show. Yeah, it was pretty funny. But at one point, I spilled my beer in my face, but it wasn't like a directly spilled my beer in my face. It was like the beer was in midair because it fell out of my thing in mid momentum, and then my face just smashed into like the liquid that was sitting in midair.
It's what happens when because you were probably, you don't even realize you were doing it, but you were probably head banging so hard too.
Yeah.
That your face smashed
Into
into
the-
that beer, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like just a splat. Just
Yeah.
fucking. Oh yeah.
But at one
dude.
point the next
I
day-
feel that right here.
At one point the next day, Alex was just laughing hysterically out of nowhere, and it was like, "What's up?" And he's like, "I was just thinking about you during Twist yesterday."
Oh, shit.
My boy, dude.
I wasn't there, and I'm sad that I wasn't there. Would have been great.
Yeah.
Total FOMO on it. But sometimes the boys got to run free.
Yeah.
Old Papa Shane can't be around for
Oh,
it.
dude. Well, we got Buffalo coming up, so you know what I mean. That's one of
Yeah.
those things. Well, we're playing our shit straight. We're keeping our priorities in order.
dude.
This was an impromptu one. Big shout out to fucking Matty
dipping
Co.
some tits in the snow in Buffalo.
New Language, all in general, Tyler, Sebastian, all those dudes were really hospitable to us the whole time. Thank you guys for having us out. And yeah,
Beautiful humans.
we got to see some
Beautiful
awesome
humans.
bands. We saw Blink 182. That was a random, like, awesome headlining band to just be on that festival.
Hell yeah. They don't even plug into their amps, dude. I love that. I love that.
It's like, they don't need to. They're just dads now, dude. Like,
I
seeing-
just listened to their new record. I can't even lie. On Friday, I listened to it on the way to work, and as weird as it sounds, the one song that I thought was the best song and the most Blink-like song is this one with a co-writer that just jammed with Travis Barker for like 45 minutes, and then they came up with like a 2.5 minute song out of it.
Yeah.
And then Matt Skiba learned it, and Mark Hoppus learned it and shit. But it's crazy to me that some random guy made the dopest tune on the album.
Yeah. Yeah, we listened to it on the way
weird.
up there too, and I enjoyed seeing them live, man. It's just one of those legendary bands that like I could watch Travis Barker play drums by himself for 3 hours. You know what I mean?
I've seen him drum upside down.
Yeah.
Back in the day at the Pop Disaster Tour, I think it was them, Green Day, Jimmy Eat World at the Irvine Meadows at the time. Yeah. Verizon Wireless.
But how crazy it was that we saw Blink-182 headline after watching Marilyn Manson, Rob Zombie. You know what I mean? Also,
who else played that? Because you guys went with as weird as it sounds, like you went there for New Language. That's the whole plan. But you guys you cruised in with Ghostman.
Ghostman, yeah. Shout out Cheyne Parvo for getting us in on Saturday because New Language played on Sunday. We went there to try go a day early, so we weren't rushing to get there and all that fun stuff. And he hooked us up, man. We met him at the hotel room, and he drove us into there, got us artist wristbands for the whole weekend. So we got treated way better than we probably deserved to. So shout out to you guys. Thank you so much.
You guys deserve all that, dude.
You know what I'm saying.
You made the trip. You made the trip.
It's just funny, dude. You know, like one of those things as we get older. It was honestly an inspiring weekend. You know, out of it. You know, musical projects, even just between like Alex and I kind of spurred, you know, some ideas and stuff like that. And it's like, it's just
Alex has got a grumble. I don't know if you remember, but
well, dude, it's like when you're at a festival like that, and especially when you get artist accommodations and you're back there, how obtainable, you know what I mean? Being able to play on that level and stage just seems like, I don't know. It's very inspiring. So I had a great weekend.
Absolutely.
Thank you everybody that made it happen.
Surrounded by a bunch of like-minded people as well. So it's just, everyone's kind of on the same page when you're chilling in those environments and like in the atmosphere.
Oh yeah, dude. And it was just a happy weekend. Lots of joy.
Absolutely. Well, dude, other than that, just you got to see Korn to top everything. I mean, you saw Tool play some new stuff too. That I mean, that's awesome. New and old stuff. I don't think I liked Tool really until I was an adult. I went back and kind of listened to all the everything was before its time.
Yeah, watching them live, dude, is just like watching master musicians play on the best sound system you could imagine. You know what I mean? It's it's beautiful.
And they are huge on like you listen to their record and that's what it is. But I feel like, you know, then you see Korn and and Davey, cool dude, playing keys and synth and stuff for Korn in their live show. Yeah. And that's the thing is bands that put on that live show is what I'm really talking about.
Oh, dude, and it was a full production, man. It looked great. It sounded great. You know what I mean? Everything was perfect.
Yeah. But on that note, I want to go into the list of, and I want to do it. We talked about it. We're going to go with the ones that stood out, but live shows, like a top 5
live bands.
It's hard to do a top 5. We talked about this before we, started recording this, and we've seen so many goddamn bands live that this is almost just a spur of the moment thought process version of this, because I'm sure you can ask me next week and it could be completely different. I could probably go genre for genre, hip hop shows, electronic shows, because I mean like Excision, 200,000 watts of sound or some shit. That's an
experience.
It was almost gross.
Yeah,
it was insane. Even Laser Floyd. I want that to be a live show.
Dude, Laser Floyd, man.
Yeah. But we made a list, and this episode's list of, we're going to call it live shows, but I'm just going to start it off with, I think I was like 15 or 16 years old. I saw this band called From a Second Story Window, and I could almost swear that it was on like an On Broken Wings tour, and they were the opener. It was like a bunch of eulogy bands or something at the time. But it was this craziest live show I had seen at the time, and I had never seen bands utilize a stage like I had seen. And the guitar players were like kicking each other and shit mid set. It was weird. It was it's the hardcore era of my life where
high energy.
Yeah, very high energy. Yep. But the singer was like hanging upside down from rafters. Shit you'd see later on from like Let Live and stuff like that. But they did this, and we were so young, and it kind of shaped my way of thinking about a live show. Like you can go, you don't have to play it exactly like the record. they came to see the live version of it. So give them the live version of it. You don't have to play to a backtrack and stand there and just not do anything.
No, I mean, there's some value in that, but it made an impression because I think performing and writing music for your album are two different things in live. You know what I mean? Like you've seen epic bands. Between the Buried and Me is an epic example. They're some of the best musicians. They write great music, but live, they're trying to nail their complex fucking, guitar parts. Yeah. And in turn, it's not the most theatrical performance that you could see, but still it's, I think there's equal value in both places, but also this made an impression though. I remember you telling me this when we were young and I didn't see this show, but we definitely subscribed to that growing up playing music. High energy, man.
Right. But even you're talking about like BT Bam, they're epic, but to me now it's like I want to just eat drugs and go see them.
Yeah.
But speaking of eating drugs and seeing them, did that with the Growlers. And the Growlers, we went on Valentine's Day and it was at the Observatory. It was a Smile Now, Smile Later, like Vato themed Valentine's Day with the Growlers hosting it. Ate some acid, ate some Molly, and could have been one of the craziest live experiences of a show that I've had in a long time. The band absolutely nailed their set. Yes. Anthony Perry was still in the band. Scott was still in the band. Mm-hmm. It was that at their highest point of Chinese Fountain, but not completely. It's hard. You can't say they sold out because they just hit mainstream. It's awesome. Like they broke through. They really did.
But it was before City Club.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It was before they really broke out, and they still had this whole DIY vibe. They built all the set, the wooden, like Vato masks up there, and it was just the Growlers branding is so perfect on different shows like that.
The best way to put it were the vibes were thick that night. They were very thick. So shout out to that night and the Growlers. I'll always remember that. That was a great fucking live show.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so let's bring it to another great live show. A band that both you and I have seen multiple times. Fucking GWAR, motherfucking Guar.
Yeah. I've never seen any band up until this point pull a smoking fish out of a woman's vagina before.
Mark, you love Guar. Why don't you join the band?
Right, but I got to see this, and that's the craziest shit I've ever seen. And, probably, if it comes to a show, and it's such easy music. It's like almost like butt rock metal.
It's not good,
but it's so.
Nobody listens to Guar for like
epic.
Their musical content. It's their live show and their theatrical fucking sound effects, spilling blood all over the crowd. I mean, it's really dark, really evil. But if you can find the satire in it, it's one of the best fucking things in the world.
I smoked weed with one of the Guar. They're like these, like I don't know what they're called. I forget the name.
They're like their minions,
that run around on the stage. But I smoked weed with him backstage at Sounds of the Underground. It was probably fucking 2007.
Yeah,
and his hands were stained green and like red and all the weird colors of the fake blood and goo and shit.
Yeah,
his hands were just stained. It was just normal for his hands to now be that color.
Yeah.
It was fucking gross, but it was cool.
Shout out Guar, we love you. All right, moving on. Next on our list, we have Kiss, and I know you've never seen them live. I've seen them live. No. They were not even a guilty pleasure of mine. They were one of my big musical influences as a real young kid. You know what I mean? Before I started getting into real heavy music, and Kiss laid a big foundation for me. So I got to see them on a couple tours with their whole original lineup: Peter Criss, Ace Frehley, Paul Stanley.
That's so rad.
Gene Simmons.
I'm envious of that. I'll tell you that much.
And it was, if you've never seen Kiss live, I know that they've done like 90 fucking reunion tours, but do yourself a favor and go watch them live. Even as old men, those guys still hold it down. And fucking Kiss, baby. Kiss, baby.
Yeah, man. Speaking of other old men, Every Time I Die.
Oh, old fucks.
It's probably my fucking favorite band. I don't think it's any news to anyone. When I say that could be one of my favorite bands. I think we have all known this for a long time now. But I got to see them in the Constellation Room, and it was just them playing two sets. They played one set, extremely high energy, and then they took like an intermission, and then they played a completely different set, which somehow topped the energy from the first set. It was fucking nuts, man. Josh Barnett. UFC fucking fighter. He's a wrestler with like the WWE now. I'm pretty sure he does like all kinds of shit. He just, if not WWE, somewhere he's doing
an anomaly.
Professional wrestling.
Yeah.
But he's picking people up from the fucking by like the shirt and legs and shit, and chucking them off the stage
over his head.
But it wasn't like it wasn't like security guard style, because he was calling these people up onto the stage
so he could throw
him to do this. Yeah, it was voluntary. Like everyone volunteered to do this. It was insane.
That band plays such big venues, and they can literally. That's one of those bands that could fit in any size venue, and I think that they could fucking really realistically sell it out. And when they do those intimate sets, because they're still true to that fucking hardcore, high energy, fucking, you know what I mean? Everybody sweating in the room and fucking a part of the same experience. That Constellation Room show was fucking next level.
Oh yeah, that's like you said, we're going to Buffalo just because they put on this the most insane Christmas show of the year.
Yeah.
Tons of bands. It's going to be an awesome experience. We've talked on that last episode, and we'll talk more on it up until it. But it's just a band that's very much shaped the way that I think. Musically, especially, it's like, I think one time I heard Andy Williams say, I just want to put as many fucked up riffs inside of a 4/4 structure as I can.
Yeah.
And I love that.
That's cool.
I love that because you're keeping that structure, but you're also just exploring that.
Their guitar tone too, to me as a guitar player, I absolutely love the fucking guitar tone that those two dudes have dialed in. It's very signature to them. It's warm, it's analog, it's fucking it's dank.
Yeah, man. I think it's like a honorable mention of bands. I would have loved though to see Pantera live. That's like, I've seen so many videos of it. Seen so many videos of it throughout the years now that it's like, that's that live energy that I would have just thrived on. Like,
well, anybody,
just insane.
Anybody who has seen them reveres it as one of their best live shows. So that's a great honorable mention. And that segues us perfectly into the next segment, which is Party with People of the Past. And we would not be doing ourselves a service on this podcast if we did not throw Dimebag Darrell onto our list of people that we would like to party with that are no longer here.
Yeah,
I mean,
it's a goddamn god.
Dimebag Darrell,
goddamn god.
Not only one of the best guitar players in metal or even just guitar history, he's up there on the list. Top 50, top 100, it doesn't matter. He's on the list of one of the most influential guitar players to ever pick up the instrument. But aside from that, also renowned as one of the best human beings, you know what I mean, in all of metal music, and metal has always been a genre of inclusivity. It doesn't matter your background, fucking your race, shit like that. If you understand metal, you know what I mean, you're part of the tribe, and he embodied that, and you see that in all of their old tour videos and shit, you know what I mean? Any fan came up to him, wanted to fucking little piece of his time, was more than happy to. And you think about this, dude. You remember John and Ben Heston, good buddies of ours from fucking grade school, went to fucking the NAMM show like in the 90s. It was like 97 or something, and they were like 13 or 14 and came back to school with stories of them taking fucking Jack Daniels shots with fucking Dimebag Darrell at NAMM. You know what I mean? Which is like, dude, I mean, come on.
That is just the cool, and those dudes very deserving of that experience too, just to carry that on in their own life.
Oh, two beautiful human beings, also huge Korn fans, so it all ties in.
Yeah, and it all ties in too, because Dimebag was buried in a Kiss coffin.
Yeah.
So
there's a lot of tie-ins in this episode.
That.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that was a natural progression for me. Kiss into Pantera, Dimebag, you know what I mean? It made sense.
Yeah, man. It's like you can hear his riffs. Like you can just hear them. And you can just swing. Oh, wait, that's not his riff.
Is that a solo?
It's not the solo. It's the Michelada
Mini. Oh, baby.
Oh man, I thought that was that fucking Cowboys from Hell solo or something.
Dude, I know,
first,
but no, it was a completely different song. And like on that level too, while we're sipping on these micheladas, just for anybody out there that wants to know, Dimebag Darrell, his drink of choice, the Blacktooth Grin, equal parts Seagram 7 and Crown Royal whiskey with a splash of Coke to change the color. And his smoke of choice was, of course, that delicious weed. Your trust is in whiskey and weed, and Black Sabbath is goddamn electric.
Yeah, man. Oh, this sip is tasty, and this one's for dime, dude.
Oh,
I'll drink this whole goddamn Michelada for dime.
no kidding, man. This is delicious.
Just like every episode, though, and nothing's going to change. These episodes are all brought to you, and they're not even brought to you, but they're just made possible with the life ingredient of Michelada.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, if I could have a Michelada every weekend, I think I'm living my life right. It's a delicious drink, a perfect Sunday, Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday beverage. It doesn't matter.
Well, I'm pretty sure it's also known as the Tijuana wine, and they say a glass of wine is good for your heart.
A wine a day keeps the doctor away is what I heard.
That's what I'm saying.
Speaking of keeping the doctor away, let's get straight into our strain of the episode.
Absolutely. That was a beautiful segue. I'm just going to point that one out. That one makes me smile big.
Smooth as eggs, baby.
Yeah, well, I'm smoking on it's an indica. It's called Gooberry.
Ooh.
It's by Artisan, actually, the company that I'm working for at the moment. Well, not at the moment. Hopefully for a long time. I mean, I love this company, and they do a lot of really epic products, but they have this strain called Gooberry, which is an Afgoo blueberry cross. It's just a fucking great indica. Gets my mind right. I feel like it shuts down that neighborhood up there.
Yeah.
That's
oh, dude.
real dark neighborhood.
Especially end of the day, man. Indicas are where it's at. I've been smoking a lot of indicas lately, but I switched it up this week. I got my strain of the episode is Wedding Crasher. And it is a cross. Ooh, it's a tasty one. It's what's considered an exotic or a dessert flavor. It's a cross between wedding cake and purple punch. So it's got a super unique terpene profile. The flavor is kind of like
I love those wedding cakes.
Dude,
anything that
listen to this flavor
around that.
Vanilla, grape. Okay, those are definitely two pretty prominent flavors in the terpenes. But then it's got also like a pungent gassy and then a berry finish. So it's, I don't know, dude. It's a fucking crazy one, but it's a good hybrid. Little on the uppy side, as far as strains are concerned, but I fell asleep on it no problem last night. And that's usually when I smoke is, before bed, get to bed.
Yeah.
So strain of the day,
Good,
baby.
dude.
Strain of the episode. If you find either of these strains, pick them up.
Yeah. Well, let's go into a little history lesson. Go with this day in history, and we're, Monday, October 21st. A lot of things have happened, honestly.
Yeah, pretty significant.
There's a lot of lawsuits on these days. I feel like everybody was suing everybody.
October is a fucking legal month, apparently. Before the
I'm gonna
holidays,
go
you want to
with-
drop the news before the holidays. That's what it is.
Right, I'm just going to let you know right away. On 1998, our boy Coolio, he pled not guilty for concealed weapon and marijuana possession charges in Torrance, California.
Ooh.
He had been arrested. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Coolio was he was probably riding dirty. Let's be real.
Let's get real.
Riding dirty, got pulled over.
He pled not guilty, but he should have pled guilty because we all know. Alice Cooper, also in 1998, filed suit against KISS members Paul Stanley and Bruce Kulick, not original member, alleging their song Dreamin' sounds too much like the song 18 by Alice Cooper. I honestly didn't know this. This was a period of KISS's music that I did not listen to. This was like some of their shittiest times, I'd say. But I don't know. That being said as well, I guess we can go back up to, let's take this back. 1974, Queen single Killer Queen was released on this day. Pretty significant. That was a big one.
Yeah.
That's big tune.
Yeah.
Big tune.
On that
big
too.
band.
And another band, it's right around this, a couple years after, but 1976, Keith Moon publicly performed his last time with The Who.
Revered as one of the best rock drummers of all time. That dude smashed.
Man.
That dude smashed. Shout out Keith Moon. Oh, this one's great. 1977, Bat Out of Hell was released by Meatloaf. And I don't know about you, Cheyne, but I would do anything for love, but I won't do that.
I'm still wondering what that is. I'm just feel like
Cheyne,
the crazy one.
Hey, Cheyne, if you fly down here to California, I'll show you exactly what that is.
Uh-oh. Dude, that's intimidating.
Hey, baby.
Yeah, man. It's kind of sad. Another last one, but Buddy Holly recorded his last studio session. Holly and the Crickets recorded True Love Ways. Moon Dreams. It's raining in my heart. Jesus fuck.
It's all right.
Raining in my heart.
We've all been there before in heart. I guess we'll end it with this. 1992. Elton John files a $35 million lawsuit accusing a reporter from the TV show Hard Copy of falsely stating that he had moved to Atlanta to be near an AIDS treatment center. I'd never heard that Elton John had AIDS, so it sounds like some bullshit to me, and I hope he got that $35 million. Elton John, you're a goddamn national treasure, not only in Britain, but in America as well, buddy.
Yeah. And just speaking of national treasures, let's wrap it up with another Jeff Goldblum quote.
Oh, that was a great segue for you, buddy. He is a national treasure.
Yeah.
I goddamn love Jeff Goldblum.
You like that? Oh, yeah. Oohing, awing. That's how it always starts. But later, there's the running and the screaming. Jeff Goldblum. Have a good one, everybody.
Goodbye.
CIA Director James Woolsey said he expected the experiments to be reinforcements for TV and rock stars. The U.S. military expects the younger audience to fully comply.
The Dirty 30 Podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Dirty 30 Podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe on the Apple Podcast app and follow on all social media at TDTPcast.